Hey guys, Deplorable Deb here. I want to talk about something that I just, I've been hearing about it for a couple of days, but never got to report on it. And just give you my opinion, how I feel, but 2 to 1, because I'm opening my mouth, I'm probably going to be called a racist, okay? Because anything we say or we just talk about it, we're called racist, okay? White people, when they talk about something, we're called racist. So go ahead. You know, when I was going to high school, okay, and junior high, I had very, very close friends, no matter what denomination they were. Blacks. I even worked in a store. The Mark's candy store was owned by a black guy and his children. We were best of friends. Matter of fact, when the riots came down, okay, and I graduated in 70, so this is during, I graduated from junior high in 70, so this was during 1968-69 when I'm in 8th to ninth grade. And we had another school, I think it was called John Sousa, who decided one day that these black kids were going to come and start beating up white kids. Okay. Now, I lived right around the corner. My father had to walk to the corner to watch me walk through, and I still remember from the corner of my eye seeing kids being pushed almost into the sewers, beaten up. We had no school for about 4 days, okay, because of that. Something I could never understand. And my black friends, okay, were the ones that protected me and other people, okay? And they couldn't understand it either, okay? Why this was happening. So I'm going to say this again. As we're going through high school, I never once said to them, when Linda or whoever would always mention something, that they were unhappy about with a president, I never turned around and say, you're saying that because he's white. See what I mean? Never once that came out. And what else, used to happen? I'll give you an example. I was never offered free lunch, okay? Because my parents' income, I don't know. All I know is Deborah wasn't getting free lunch, okay? So every day my parents gave me money. I either went to the candy store of Mr. Marks and I bought a sandwich there as I worked there too. Okay, I never got a bus pass because now my high school was 10 blocks from my home, okay? So I never got a free bus pass ever in my life. I don't even know what one looks like. And most of all, I was never given any free college, okay? And my friends, okay, Linda went to Cornell on a free black scholarship. See what I'm talking about? I never went and complained to them and that. It was just, and I never thought about it. See, this is what gets me. I never thought about it until now. I'm in my 60s and I'm seeing the divide that we have in this country since we had 8 years of Obama. That's how I feel. I'm going to tell you. Okay? And again, I'm going to say it. I really thought, again, because he was a biracial president, that things were going to be different. Oh, yeah, different. Okay? I never thought in my wildest dreams that he was going to start rallying people, in his ways because he's an organizer, to literally start, disrespecting the police. Okay? I didn't think he was going to bring Black Lives Matter into the White House when we don't even have families of cops that are being killed, wife with children going to the White House. He had Clock Boy, okay, some kid that made this bomb that he brought to the White House. He had Al Sharpton as his advisor, okay. Has Al Sharpton ever did come out to protest for any white person? Him or Jesse Jackson ever come out to do a protest or be outraged that a white person was being beat up or caught or killed, or even a hate crime. No, you don't see that. And who was supporting it was President Trump. I mean, President Obama. Okay? That's what gets me. I have to say it. I feel the divide. Now, what are we having in all these colleges? This resistance, okay? And every time I turn around, and that's why I'm talking now, when I have to read, listen to this one. That Harvard University, okay, their college graduation, okay, yes, there's going to be one big college graduation with all the graduates being there, okay, meaning every creed of student, black, Chinese, Spanish, whatever. But lo and behold, okay, what is going to be now? That there's going to be a black, all black graduation ceremony. And yet, this is what gets me. The students, okay, who should be brains now, this is what gets me, are claiming this has nothing to do with segregation. Hello? You know what? A lot of these students, okay, I don't know where they get this from, but I believe it's coming from the liberals there. And everything, see, this is what gets me. We're always talking, and the Democrats put this out, that they want you to unify the country, okay? Unify the country, but yet, every time we turn around, it goes back to the days of slavery. I'm not understanding. I'm going to say it again. I wasn't here 200 years ago, 100 years ago. I don't own a slave. My family never slaved anybody. And this is what I'm not understanding. And you know what used to get me? The black kids that I went to school, okay, for some reason, okay, they used to use that all the time, but never went to history class, okay? Never, always cut in history class. But every little thing that happened, they would use that. Because you know why? That's how they were raised, okay? I'm always going to say this. A child is not racist or prejudiced because when they're little, they don't know this stuff. That comes out when their parents are instilled in them. And that's why nothing's ever going to end. For Harvard to allow this, because this is what gets me. And then the students are saying, this is not segregation. Well, you know what? You need to read up the definition of segregation, okay? Because wasn't it Martin Luther King that fought against that? Didn't Rosa Parks fight against that? Please, somebody, tell me, why do we continue going down this road? Why? Why is everything going back to that? It's not going to end because, again, it's not white privilege. It's not you people. You people don't want to forget. We're not the ones that bring it up. You don't want to forget. Or all of a sudden, I'm hearing about restitution. They want to be awarded. These students want to be restitution. You want white people to pay restitution for what? For what? How about you go to the Democratic Party, okay, that are the cause of, plantations and things like that. How about you go to them and tell your own Democratic Party to pay you any type of money? Because you know what? This is disgraceful that there's going to be this ceremony, plus they're still going to go in the big ceremony. See, this is what happens. I don't know, but what would happen, now listen to this, if a white group decided, okay, a white group decides to have a white-only graduation ceremony. You know what would happen, okay? The liberal media, Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, Black Lives Matter would be having a shit fit, okay? Unreal. This is just, you know what? And it's sad. It's sad. Because I have so many friends, and we all feel the same way. Black, Spanish, everything. A lot of people out there that don't understand why this doesn't stop. You know why it doesn't stop? Because you got people like Al Sharpton, you got Black Lives Matter, you got Jesse Jackson that continues with this shit all the time. Okay? Look at Black Lives Matter. They use Black Lives Matter, but they never fight for all the black lives that are being killed, okay, in Chicago. Gonna say it all the time. Everything is about what the white people did to the black people. It's disgusting. It really, really is. And now to see that we're 2017 and we got kids graduating from a college, okay, and they're having an all-black graduation ceremony. Unreal. And don't understand. You know what? I'm surprised you're graduating because you don't even know the meaning of segregation. Because what you're doing is segregation. Oh, yep. But you didn't like it when it was done, okay? And I'm going to tell you something. Yes, it was sad, okay? It was sad that this was past history. But you know what? It should stay in the past. And people continue. Or to say, one kid is saying that this graduation is to show in a ceremony because of the struggles that they had while they're going to Harvard. Half of you guys didn't even pay to go to school. I don't know what struggles you're talking about. I guarantee you that predominantly black people, black students, don't have the school loans that majority of white students have. How about that one? But you don't see the white students bitching. Because for the past 40, 50, 60 years, there's been all the help for the black community. A lot of help out there. Like I said, I wasn't given that, okay? Because I didn't have the right color skin. I wasn't given a bus pass. I wasn't given free lunch. And I wasn't given free college. I paid for my college from a college loan, okay? See what I mean? I paid for my college. And not once did ever we bitch about anything. Where the bitching is coming out now, when we see it continuing. This is continuing. It's going from generation to generation. It's almost like people that are on welfare. Children grow up on welfare. Welfare was not something to live on, okay? It was a temporary resort. But you see what happens? You go on welfare, and then all of a sudden you stay on welfare. You have a couple of kids, and what happens with the kids? They grow up with learning check from the government, okay? So what happens to those poor kids? They're not geared with any incentive to get an education, to get a good job. They stay on the welfare. They go out and pop out a few kids because they think it's the right way. And I'm going to say it again. If Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, and these people do not have not continued their crap, we would be a much closer nation. Yeah. But right now, with these liberal colleges, you know, that are so, you know, everything, it just seems like, you know, this whole rehashing of everything against white people. It really is sad. It's very, very sad. It really, really is sad. And now, to read, Harvard is allowing a all black ceremony. So, should Harvard also then have just a gay ceremony and segregate from straight people? How about that? I want to know, are there any gays out there? You know, that's what I'm not understanding. And again, if this was a white group, oh yeah, and you know it. You know that I'm right. Yeah, you know it. You know that if this was a white group starting this, okay, we never hear the end of it. But it just seems like every day, every year, there's something with the blacks that, you know, we got to have this black, we got to go back down this road. And you know what? Yeah, it's really, really a shame because there's no unifying. You see? Yeah, Obama was great because his background was a community organizer, and that's exactly what he did. He organized a community to keep up with fighting and resist the white culture. Yeah, that's exactly what he did. And it's sad. It really is. It's very sad. And it's a shame. So until I report again.